Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. Today we're going to go over my normal schedule and we're going to talk about some news as well. Charlie Lee got into some drama on Twitter, so I will be covering that today. Now, what's going on with the general market? We're somewhat mixed. Some cryptocurrencies are doing better than other. Monero has been doing pretty good actually. It's now getting back towards $350, which is very good. Bitcoin holding up relatively well at around $11,000 right now. Litecoin doing okay, but as you can see, we do have quite a few cryptocurrencies that did pull back a bit. Overall, nothing major going on. Just continuing, the slow but steady uptrend seems likely at this point. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates. Also, make sure to check out my premium content where you can find monthly cryptocurrency buying opportunities, as well as 5 high return cryptocurrencies for your 2018 portfolio. I actually just recently made a new cryptocurrency buying opportunities, and you can find a link to my premium content and my Twitter in the description of this video. So let's get right into the Charlie Lee drama that happened today. And basically what happened is Charlie Lee kind of talked about Nano on Twitter. I'm not too sure what happened because I believed he deleted all those tweets relating to this drama. He basically, kind of promoted Nano, backed Nano. There's, kind of a lingering issue with the fact that he did sell a very large amount of his Litecoin holdings. So people were kind of calling him out on that. It's pretty controversial, mixed opinions. Some people, were kind of blaming him for everything. Some people didn't really mind. I'll give you my thoughts on it, but I'm really interested to hear yours, and let me know what you think about this. But basically, right, this was trending at the top of the cryptocurrency subreddit. Basically, the title was "Be the founder of LTC, sell LTC, buy Nano, and promote Nano." So kind of like accusing him of pumping, coins. And as you can see here, what went down is someone tweeted him, "I hope you're not trying to pump coins like John McAfee did for personal gains." He replied, "It's more like help all cryptocurrencies take over the world." Someone else replied, "And by all, you mean just the ones you hold, of course." He responded by saying, "Only ones that I believe are positive for cryptocurrency." And, basically as far as PR goes, this was really bad as it could get, really. Someone said, "So LTC is no longer positive for cryptocurrency." Now, in fairness, someone did say that he still owns LTC. It's just much less than he did before. I feel like, Charlie Lee hasn't been on his A game as far as, everything going on with the holdings and everything. It just seems a little bit sketchy. I'm not really blaming him or anything, but it's definitely, not the best image to portray as the founder. And, the fact that he's liking Nano, that's fine. I mean, they are kind of competitors, so it feels like there's a little bit of a conflict of interest there. But really, I'd be interested to hear what you think about the whole situation. I haven't formed a full opinion on it yet. I don't think that this will affect Litecoin too negatively, but this isn't something you want to see. Usually, it doesn't really end up really making that big of a difference on Litecoin or Nano really itself at the end of the day. So let's jump right into the technical analysis of Nano actually. And what's going on here is a bit of a pullback back to our uptrend line. That's also pretty much in line with our moving average over here, the yellow line. And it looks like we could see a bounce off this. If we do, we're probably just going to trade in this channel between our previous uptrend line and our current uptrend line. I definitely could see that happening, and unless we take another hit here that pushes us below the uptrend line, we should be able to move higher in this channel slowly but surely. That's personally what I see happening. Of course, we'll have to wait and see, but just want to make sure that we especially hold above this current uptrend line for the time being. And let's go over to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin not doing too bad here, actually pushing a bit higher. We can see that this is an area that we have quite a bit of resistance at, just based on previous candlesticks. Everywhere near the 11,500, 11,200 area just has a lot of resistance. But we're dealing with it pretty well. Indicator is still uptrending. We did have quite a bit of volume drop off here on the current candlestick, and that could mean that we're going to see a little bit of a pullback back to the uptrend line. At this point, I don't really see us losing this current uptrend line. So I think we will be moving higher in between our little channel here between our previous uptrend line and our current uptrend line as we get back to our $12,788 resistance level. And like I said, it could see a little bit of a pullback here back to the uptrend line, but I don't see us, really going too negative at this point. It's always possible that we lose the uptrend line, and then we probably see some more consolidation. But for now, things are actually looking pretty decent here for Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum now and see what Ethereum has been up to. So it's still in its symmetrical triangle formation. Not really that much going on with the indicators, and this is more of the same basically, where we're going to have to reach the end of this symmetrical triangle formation before we either break towards the upside or downside, and that will really set the trend that's to come. Let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin now. And Litecoin doing pretty decent. It's kind of testing its downtrend line over here. It is finding support off the middle band. Bollinger Bands are contracting a bit, which means that we could see some consolidation here. Indicator is pretty flat, and we do have decreasing buying volume, which could mean that we're going to see a bit of a pullback here. That would make sense since we have a lot of resistance at this $218 area. That is in line with the downtrend line, and that pretty much means that we're going to see either one of two things here. Either we are going to be able to get a breakout that's going to push us back to above $218, or we're going to see a little bit of pullback here in the short term. Maybe going back closer to $200, could see a little dip below that. Definitely possible here, I'd say, with the Bollinger Bands contracting. And the fact that we have this decreasing buying volume and we're coming up on some resistance could mean that we're going to see a bit of a pullback. Shouldn't be anything too major though. The important support level to remain above is $165. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ripple now, see what Ripple has been up to. And it looks like Ripple is continuing what it has been doing, which is this very tight range that it's been in between 84 cents and $1. We do want to try to see Ripple get back above $1. That should really help it, move back closer to $1.23. Indicators trying to pick up some momentum. Nothing really happening just yet. MACD and histogram extremely flat right now due to the range-bound price action. And what's good though is that we're still above the uptrend line. No real sign of dipping below that for now. And as long as that doesn't happen, we should be fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at NEO, see if NEO has been able to hold up here better than others. And it looks like we're not doing too bad. We actually have a green candlestick bouncing off our uptrend line. I'm going to go ahead and put in this short-term downtrend line, which, as you can see, it depends on how you want to take this, if you want to take it based on the wicks. But we basically are experiencing a slight breakout below the short-term downtrend line, which tells us that we should be ready to, start kicking back up slowly but surely higher, closer to $140. And of course, we have this whole resistance area here up until $146. I think we're going to be making a reattempt to break back above all that within the next few days. And the indicators are actually holding up nicely here. We have a little bounce going on as far as the RSI trying to get back above the uptrend line, a little bounce on the MACD and histogram, and slight decrease in selling volume, which is, decent sign. Could mean that we're ready to move back up. I think, like I said, that is what's going to happen over the next few days. We should see it start to get this little U-shaped bounce, and then, start to kick back up towards $146. Hopefully, this time break around it. Above it. That would be, exactly what we want to see. Let's go ahead and take a look at Stellar. Now, Stellar has been, having some trouble here stabilizing. Let's go over to the Binance chart. That's where I've been drawing my lines, and let's see what's going on with Stellar Lumens. So, very flat doji candlestick could mean that we're ready for a little reversal here. Also got our first bit of buying volume in the past couple days. We are now in oversold area on the RSI, so we want to see us get back above the 30 line. For now, no real bullish crossovers on the indicators. And, I'll go ahead and put in our short-term downtrend line right over here. That's this blue line. If we do manage to break above that, should be able to, get a test of maybe 3,000 Satoshis, our green downtrend line over here, which is really the levels that we want to break back above to be out of this downtrend and get out of this downward pressure, because until we remain below these downtrend lines, there's going to be a lot of pressure to the downside. And let's go over to Lisk now. Vertcoin is up next, and see what Vertcoin has been doing. So, little dip below the uptrend line. Could see a little bounce here. It really depends on if we're going to start holding below the downtrend line, moving lower closer to $3.23, which we definitely don't want to break back below. But at this point, the indicators are looking a bit weak. We basically have a bit of a crossover here on the MACD and histogram. RSI pretty flat. So could start to see Vertcoin start to move back towards $3.23 unless, we're able to kick back up above the downtrend line, the uptrend line, and remain above that. Let's go ahead and take a look at Lisk and see what Lisk has been doing here. So Lisk is currently getting a little bounce off its uptrend line. Still pretty messy. We do want to see Lisk get back above $20.23. With that being said, we do have the histogram that's coming back up now, and the MACD that's taking its time, but a little hook over back to the orange line is kind of what's happening right now. Still in the early stages of that, so hopefully we won't drop below the uptrend line, and we're actually going to see a move above $20 within the next few days. We do have the middle band that is downtrending though, so have to keep an eye on a couple things, but we want to try to get back above $20 to then make our way towards the end of our symmetrical triangle formation, which is actually higher than where the price is currently at. And let's go over to Cardano, which has been in a pretty similar situation as Stellar. It has been moving towards the downside here quite a bit, and we're kind of getting a bounce off this 2,500 Satoshi level. Indicators still not looking super strong. They kind of tried to come back up, but not happening just yet. And we have a little bit of an inverse hammer candlestick. Didn't really put in that much of a lower low here, so we could start to see some stabilization for Cardano, which is better than the downtrending that we've been in. And hopefully, we're going to be able to break above our red downtrend line and then start to move back up above 3,000, 4,000 Satoshis. But at this point, it's going to take some time for Cardano because it has taken quite a bit of damage as far as the technicals go. And let's go over to our next cryptocurrency, which is our last one for the daily crypto update. That's going to be Iota. Currently, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here, but we have this, I'm not sure if you can see it, this very flat candlestick right here on our $1.91 support level. As for the indicators, not that much going on. Still uptrending slightly, but we're now out of our price action uptrend, and not really anything to be worried about. Indicators, Bollinger Band slightly starting to uptrend, it looks like, and hopefully we're not going to see that big of a drop. We're just going to continue to make slow but steady progress. Hopefully get back above our pink downtrend line here in the short term would be good, but really the blue downtrend line is what we want to get back above. And I will go ahead and draw in our short-term uptrend line over here as well, which is a little bit less steep of an uptrend line. And this uptrend line right here is really what we want to hold above. So as long as we do that, we're good in the short term. And with that being said, everyone, this is the end of the daily crypto update. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. With that being said, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.